going to be editing an image, and this thing I'm just getting it just nicely set up so it looks good. This is a 320 by 200 image. You're probably not familiar with these unless you had a computer in the early 90s. Possibly. And it's 356 colours, and we don't have to use these colours, we can actually just change it. So for instance, we could possibly have a red background. We'll make that not a background, so we could actually just go like but that's a silly idea, so let's undo it. And also, we can undo these stupid changes. Wait, no we can't. Oh well. You actually have to do some other stupid changes to undo them. Oh well. So now that we have a nice canvas for drawing things, no point in saving it, but I'm just... oh, bugger it. So we have a list of a thing of keys, and I'll probably upload this at a much lower resolution, so you won't actually be able to read that if you want to. But yeah, oh whatever. So I did a... let's just, for no real reason, draw some sand. Oh bugger it, let's be more cliche. Here's cloud, dirt. Now... oop. And we kind of want a little bit of brownness to that. By the way, if you're good at RGB, this tool is probably a good one for you to use. Maybe. And... did I really want to draw that? Okay, so let's just draw a little bit of a horizon. Nah, stuff it. We want to do it as two mountains, sort of. Oh, you know what? Stuff it. That's a... by the way, I suck at graphics currently, so please bear with me. Nah, screw that. Let's... so we do want a hill pretty much right smack bang in the middle. And then, the easy mode, flood fill! Yeah! We actually do want a different background from that, so I don't even know if this is coming through. Yeah, that's better. Now, always supposed to have a bit of black in your palette. Don't ask me why, it just does. In fact, nah, stuff it. I'm probably not the best person to quote on in terms of graphics. What's a good tree brown? I'll just use that. Now, this is a... let's just sort of make this look very unrealistic for a tree. But hey, we can just claim that we're being really artistic and it's a new style and we'll get away with pretty much anything. Let's give this thing some branches. Yeah. And... no, that's not right. I've got a better idea. Because we're just gonna... wait, hang on. Yeah, that's better. Now, let's build these branches up. We're just going to flood fill the thing anyway, so... and then we can fill it in later. And if we really, really want to, we can actually... there's a little wee trick. Oh. I think we'll just do one more. That's actually a little bit high up. So we could actually shift the whole entire image down if we wanted to. Anyway, let's flood fill everything. Control F, Control F, Control F. And there we have it. A nice... This grid sucks, let's get rid of it. Okay, so we kind of know where this isn't quite smack bang in the centre of the image, and I don't care. This is just a tutorial. So, it's a tutorial for something I'm not even good at. So, now that we've got the gist of this, sort of, we kind of know what goes where. I know, let's stick some leaves on it. But of course, if you don't like trees and you would like that to be... Well, we could almost cut it there and say, oh, that's a dead tree. That would be a very weird tree. But if we want to, we can just say, oh, nah, that's just a cactus. Or, that's a weird blue thing. Or, there's something seriously wrong with this, am I on drugs? I think we'll just stick with brown. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the gist of this. Wait, while we're at it, let's fill in that sky. So let's... Not really... I'm just sort of adding colours as I go, so... Kind of want something similar to that. There is no colour copy at the moment, sorry. Yep, okay. Yeah. Another cool thing about this editor is when you hit the edge, it just scrolls automatically. Same when you're zooming. So you can do that stuff. Problem is, if you zoomed in really closely, you have to move more. But you can sort of scroll in and out while zooming, which is the feature that I totally planned. That could be a bit brighter. And let's add another blue. We can find out what works later on. Actually, you know what? Okay, let's shove it another blue. I'm so glad I have a 1 terabyte hard drive, because otherwise I would run out of space very quickly. Oh crap, wrong area. And this is why we have undo. So let's shove in a slightly better... I totally did the... Okay, so now that we've got that, let's shove in a mountain, which is just going to be a darker green. And I should probably fix that. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. So, you know what? I think this is a great idea. This is totally accidental, but we could just shove some snow on these mountains just because this kind of told me to do it. Ah, nope. Nope. There's a reason why I implemented undo before I implemented flood fill, and you just saw it. Now, while we're at it, on the other hand, the reason why lines are always continuous is not so that it can make it easy, not so that it's easy to implement flood fill, but that it's easier to implement line draw. I am a programmer, not an artist. So now let's shove some leaves on this tree and define another colour just so that we can have some leaves. Ah! Now, unlike a lot of things in this... Okay, let's get the leaves down before we accidentally spam that colour into other places. We've got to refill that. Whoops. So, now of course, this needs to be an obvious leaf, sort of at the end. And by obvious leaf, I mean it's just sort of got to look leaf-ish. I'm sort of using a bit of imagination here because I'm not a master of botany, so let me do it. Now the nice thing about this, thing you might notice about this tool is if I accidentally go, oops, I'm just doing Control-Z there, but if I do something like that, I can actually, while I'm drawing, I can just right-click to pick a colour. It's quite nice. Okay. So let's just go... And suddenly I just realised this would make an interesting looking tree. It's not a real tree, but it's... And the best thing is I can just say, oh, this is just the sort of spike tree, because it forms leaves that look more like spikes. If I want to make them look more like spikes, yeah, we can change it. Oops. Yeah, that looks kind of bloody. But nah, we'll just... That looks kind of... Oh, I'm actually just going to go with that. Yeah. So we have more of these things, just because I suck at drawing. Wait, no, I don't suck at drawing. I am just a very inventive artist. There we go. Now, there's really no way to speed this up, unless you're just using some other tool. But why mention the competition? No, just kidding. I don't actually know what other tools work well, so I'm just going... Pixel art is not exactly the fastest thing in the world. One of these days I'll get a real artist to do a tutorial, but for now, you've got to put up with me. So... well, that's a bit big. And a little bit more up here. Now, for Dare, this sort of stuff is pretty much perfect. We can always do a few more things.